Let's go shopping. This is a lesson about addition and subtraction used in a toy store. This lesson is intended for first grade, and these are the lesson objectives. We will use numbers 0 through 20 to answer word problems by using addition and subtraction skills. We will be able to identify whether a problem is an addition or subtraction problem by looking at keywords, and we will be able to solve word problems involving money. I made sure to add we will rather than students will because I want this to be something they're going to look at, and as a class, we'll see the objectives and we'll say them together. This is something I would have students do prior to starting the lesson. So we would kind of talk about addition and subtraction. I would make sure to ask them what symbol represents addition. Can someone come up and show me? And what symbol represents subtraction? Can someone come up and show me? And those are things that we see regularly, but we don't often see how they're represented in a word problem. So this is where I would have students write a sticky note, a blue sticky note under addition, and they could put words such as sum, add, total, and then green sticky notes under subtraction where they would put less than, remaining, words like that. So I'm starting off with the scenario. So this is Emma. Emma's going to the toy store. So Emma's going to the toy store with her mom. Emma is given $15 to buy anything she wants, but she can't go over the limit. Students are going to be given play money during this time, so I made sure to show what it would actually look like, but they're going to be given ones because it's easier when counting. But I wanted to show them what it would look like on a $10 bill and a $5 bill, and that's 15. Emma is amazed at how many toys she sees, but she is shocked when her mom tells her the prices. Mom reminded Emma that she only has $15 to spend, so she would need to look at each toy she liked before deciding. Emma noticed the robot was $10, the teddy bear was $7, and the yo-yo was $5. So here are all the toys represented, and there's the prices underneath. This is where they start getting the idea of prices and the amount that Emma has versus the amount that things cost. If Emma decided that with her $15 she would buy the bear that is $7, how much money would she have left over? So the key word here is left over. This is where students would know that this is a subtraction word problem. The answer is 8. Emma and her mom are going to pay for the bear at the register when she sees a lollipop she wants. It is $2 and she wants to buy one for her baby brother too. In total, what is the cost of both lollipops? So this is where students would take out their play money once again and figure out how much $2 plus $2 is, which is $4. The answer is 4. After buying the bear that was $7, does she have enough money to buy the lollipops? So this is where students would have to figure out. And remember, if she had $7 and the lollipops are $4, does she still have enough money to buy the lollipops? Emma can buy all 3 items. How much will it cost her to buy all 3 items? So once again, it's kind of going back to the beginning. This is where students will look at how much the bear was, $7. Look at each lollipop, which is $2. So now they'll have to add up 2 plus 2 plus 7. Great. She started with $15. How much money does she have left over? So looking at this, students know that she has $11. This is where we went back a slide. She has $11. And we would talk about that prior to getting to this slide. So now that we know that she spent $11 on all those items and she started with 15, how much money does she have left over? And before this, students, we would talk as a class and we would discuss that she has $4 left over. And then we would kind of just talk about the money situation. And this is when they would get into a game. So let's play a game to practice what we learned. So with this game, I would have them go on to ABC, yeah.
Molly adds and subtracts
And this is Molly adds and subtracts from 20. So Molly is having a party. Help her find flowers to decorate. Plant 7 pink flowers. So they would pick the flowers. Seven, and then 8 flowers, white flowers. Pick 3 pink flowers. We have to drag them. And pick 6 white flowers. How many flowers are left in the field? So this is when students would count, right? So they would be 4 and then 2, so 6. 6 are left in the field. And this is a good game to play because as we saw, it used the keywords that we practiced. So it used leftover. And this is something that would be engaging but still useful because I can walk around and see whether students are getting the problems right or if they're getting them wrong, then I can guide them. After we play that small game, we would do a Kahoot. So my Kahoot, this is my Kahoot. So we'll start with the first problem, which is which word is a keyword for addition. So it's this is where students would have to pick the keyword that represents addition. So there's total minus less subtract. Total is obviously the keyword. And then which keyword is a keyword for subtraction? So there's total plus some leftover. It would be leftover. And then I have this one, which is this word problem subtraction? Mary had 10 apples. She gave 5 apples away. How many apples does she have remaining? So for this one, it would just be a true or false. So they have to decide if this is a subtraction problem or if it's an addition. And remaining should be the word that gives it away. And help them understand which problem it is. Is this word problem addition? Ashley has $11 and spent $3 at the store. How much money does she have left? So because this one's kind of a tricky one because it is left, it would be false. Susie has $4 in her piggy bank and her brother Frank gave her 14. How much money does Susie have in total now? So there's 18, 10, 8, 14. So for this, they would have to count. Joe read 4 books yesterday. Sarah, his sister, read 6 more books than he did. How many books did Sarah read in total? So this one, they would also have to count. And so it would be 10. And then the last one is Chloe has 11 red crayons and 6 green crayons. How many crayons does she have in total? Again, they would have to add up the amount of crayons that she has. And then at the end of the lesson, we would end it with the Kahoot. And then before they go, I would give them an exit slip. And that is how the lesson would end.